Today we'll see how we can implement a switch component using Radix UI and Polipo, starting from a Figma design. So we'll begin by drawing our switch. Just start with a frame. We name it switch. We make it rounded. That's it. And now we add an indicator here, which is another smaller frame filled with black, also fully rounded, a little bit larger. Okay, I'm going to place it in the middle first, and then I'm going to move it to the side. Okay, I think I chose an odd number size. This is not good. Okay, much better now. And now we switch to code. Visual Studio Code. We run our project. Okay, now we start the Polipo server. And finally, we go to Figma and we run the Polipo plugin. Now everything is connected. We just have to refer to this switch frame to render it. In the configuration, this is switch. There it is. It's being rendered now. We don't see it because it's white on white. Actually, we can just make it a little bit grayer with C, for example. There it is. Now we see it much better. Let's zoom in. And also, let's add a wrapper with some padding so that we can see it better. Okay, much better now. Now we just have a static layout. We want to make it dynamic and connect it with the Radix UI switch component for accessibility. So the first step is to install the switch component. React switch. That should do it. Now we import it. And we will import the switch and the switch thumb. There it is. We connect the host component, which is the root, to the switch component, and that's everything we need. So we can see that now this is rendered as a button with a roll of switch. So accessibility is taken care of by the library. And when we click, we can see that the state changes, but we don't see the layout changing. And that's because we only have one state here. So let's start by adding the second state. We make this a component first. Now we restart the plugin. So it's going to load properly. And now we add a variant. Okay. I'm going to make this an auto layout to keep it organized. And the size, I will put it to fixed. Now, the property that chooses which variant to display, we call it state. And the first variant, the state is off. And in the second variant, the state is on. In the second variant, let's move the button to the right. And also let's change the field color to be something like a blue to show that it is enabled. So far, so good. Now we just have to change our code to point to the correct variant. So by default, the state is off. Now we check the switch implementation to see which classes are added. Okay, we have a value which is set to on, and okay, data state checked or unchecked. So that's what we have to test for. So if data state is checked, then we set the state to on. Okay, let's see if this works. There we have it. So far, so good. Maybe we want to make a transition between the two states so that it's nicer. Of course, we can do it. Let's go back to the code. Yeah, we want the thumb. We didn't connect the thumb to Radix UI. Maybe we should also do that. So we select this. I tap Q to enable multi-edit, so I can change the name of this to thumb. Now we can connect the thumb to our switch thumb. Okay. And finally, we add a transition. So here we can put a style, and we use transition 500 milliseconds. And it's a little bit too long. There it is. We can do the same with the color here. So again, style, transition, 500 millis. Of course, if you prefer using Tailwind, that also works. There it is. This is our switch component, fully accessible and designed in Figma. Let's try and make some changes. Maybe we want it to be square. You can do that. Or maybe you want to add a shadow on the thumb. Of course, you can also do that. I'm gonna make a white shadow actually with 100% intensity. Maybe we want to change the color. Instead of this fully dark black, we can make it a little bit brighter. Finally, let's add some inner shadow. So that we get a sense of 3D. There it is. That's how you implement a switch component based on a Figma design using Radix UI and Polipo. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.